Junior marshals, please take your place. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I'm Greg Bailey, principal, and on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of Pisgah High School, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 47th commencement exercise of Pisgah High School to honor our class of 2013. This is a great achievement for each of these young people. We appreciate that you are here to join us in making this a special night for our seniors to remember. I would like to express my appreciation to a few individuals for assisting with the program tonight. Will the following please stand and remain standing to be recognized? Mrs. Lori Fox, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Shawn Paris, Assistant Principal. Mr. Mark Shepard, Assistant Principal. Ms. Carol Fox, Lead Teacher. Ms. Kendra Medford, Choral Director. Ms. Carol Brown, accompanist. I'd also like to recognize our NJROTC Color Guard tonight for their assistance, and two other folks that without tonight it would have been very difficult to put together, and that is Cindy Smathers and Sharon Case. Give these people a round of applause, please. Thank you. I'd like to draw your attention to the back of your program. There you'll find a list of the class of 2013 scholarship recipients. As of May 24th, these seniors have received $1,401,377 in scholarship money. We anticipated additional scholarship announcements, but this is a great accomplishment for this senior class. Let's give them a round of applause for their efforts there. Tonight we will recognize several faculty members for their outstanding contributions to the students of Pisgah High School. Ms. Stephanie Morgan, please come forward and be recognized as the 2012-2013 Teacher of the Year for Pisgah High School. Please join me in a round of applause for Stephanie Morgan, this outstanding teacher. And as many of you may be aware, she is one of our own. I actually graduated there when I was an assistant principal the first time through, so it's good to have her back with us. At this time, I'd like to announce and recognize the Teacher of the Year for the upcoming school year. This is a very prestigious award voted on by faculty members of the school. It is given in recognition of an outstanding member of the faculty for their efforts to be the very best teacher that they can be. Pisgah's Teacher of the Year for 2013-2014 is Stephanie Kirkendall. Ms. Kirkendall, will you please stand and be recognized? I would like to recognize 3 faculty members who are retiring at the end of this school year. Mr. Stan Blackburn, Mr. Milt McDaniels, and Ms. Laurie Smith. Please stand and be recognized at this time. We are grateful for your dedication and positive influence on the students and staff of Pisgah High School and wish you well in your retirement. Don't be strangers. I would like to acknowledge 2 outstanding seniors for the class of 2013 and ask each of them to come to the podium when I call their name to receive their plaques honoring them for their accomplishments. Each will have an opportunity to deliver an address to the graduating seniors. Taylor Gallion, Valedictorian of the class of 2013, please come forward to receive your recognition.
Albert Einstein once said, "Try not to become a person of success, but a person of value." One of my sisters, Mackenzie, or you guys know her as Mac, was running in a cross-country race at Franklin, and she had been second behind a Smoky Mountain girl the whole race. About the halfway point, Mac noticed the girl heading the wrong direction where the trail parted. Mac yelled at her instead of letting the girl continue the wrong way. The girl ended up winning the race, and Mac placed second. Mac did not win the cross-country race, but she won a more important race, that of living her life filled with value and dignity. My sisters, Mac and Brooklyn, have been people of value and integrity this year. I wish I was more like them because they always stand up for what is right. I love you guys. Thank you, Mom, for also standing up for what is right. Also, thank you for always pushing us to be the best we can be. You're my hero. The world would be a better place if more people were like you. Yes, she can get mad at us sometimes, but she really doesn't lock us in closets. Ginger Miller Gallion is the best mom any kid could hope for. I hope someday I'm as wise as she is and as good a mother. Dad, thanks for always making me laugh and for still liking Kyle Busch, even though he drives a Toyota. To the rest of my family, thank you for the advice you have given my sisters and me. The words and lessons will be used by us our entire lives. And a very special thanks for what you've taught us about sports, the fundamentals and the life lessons. God has blessed me with ability and helped me through struggles. I am thankful. I appreciate my preacher, Mike Jordan, who always kept up with our sports and gave us pointers, and my youth minister, Allison Sproul, who lives the example of how a true Christian acts. Thank you for encouraging the 3 of us to be active in church and youth. Lastly, thank you, teachers. Not just the ones I had, but all of you. I have learned more than math, science, history, and English during my 4 years at Pisgah. You have taught me how to prepare to be an adult and ready for the real world. Now, these are the important lessons we, as a class, have learned in our 4 years at Pisgah High School. Our freshman year, we learned you really aren't stuffed into trash cans unless you're a Mac and we just want to see if you can fit into one. Sophomore year, we learned, or thought we did, that high school was pretty easy. Then junior year, we learned high school is actually pretty hard. Our senior year, we learned that senioritis is a real disease and has no cure until the moment we were handed our diplomas. From cross country, we learned that if God really wanted to punish you, he would make you run Wesley Street for an eternity. Cross country people, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. From basketball, we learned that we have the best student section and fans ever, and that the word wah, W-H-Y, can be the funniest phrase ever. From softball, we learned how it felt to win a state championship and the pride of bringing it back to our hometown. Coach Goodwin, thanks for being my BFF. Ms. Hyder taught us ghosts are real, and we learned Braden and Skeeter are skilled at making up some very entertaining stories with a vocabulary list. From Miss Judy and Miss Hanson, we learned to write epic essays and not take the words of an author literally. Like when the author says the curtains are blue, that's probably not the case. They might be depressed, or it might be reflecting the character's mood, or it wasn't normally right. Miss Hanson, you guys know? Yeah, okay. In math, we learned skills that we really will use as adults. If there is ever a time when we need to take the derivative of something, I think Miss Medford would be proud to know we might possibly get the right answer. Miss McCall said that Alaska and Hawaii do not reside next to each other, even though maps make you think they do. And Miss Boone taught us mines were really aliens, and Corwin was their leader. And everything on the History Channel is true. Miss Berryhill taught us Chandler is really hard to say, which I don't know how that's hard. But. And how many of us would have known without Miss Mack that yogurt is really made out of bacteria? Without Mr. Jones, we would not have known what that a mermaid wears an algebra to math class, and when in doubt, convert to moles. Miss Mahoney taught us that watching a snake eat a mouse can be very interesting, which I only wanted to learn that lesson one time. And yeah, okay. I'm sure there are many more things that we are taught, like how to take care of a pony or do a push-up. Even though we have taken different classes, we'll pursue different career paths, and go off to different colleges, we will always have a special bond. We will always be the class of 2013 from Pisgah High School. I challenge classes who come after us to have as much fun as we did making their special memories. Dr. Seuss once said, "Sometimes you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory." As we cross this stage and receive our diplomas, our moments become our memories, and we hope there is value in the legacy we leave with Pisgah High School.
This year we have the pleasure of having two valedictorians, a dead tie. So Christina Harvey, valedictorian, would you please come forward and receive your recognition?
Good evening to you all. First off, I would like to tell a little bit about myself. I live in Bethel on a family farm. My dad was an ag extension agent, my mom was an ag teacher, and I'm going to NC State to major in ag. Go figure. My favorite building is E-Building, and I believe in thanking God and farmers for the meals we eat 3 times a day. I would also like to thank my parents, for they have been the most supportive and wonderful parents anyone could ask for. They've pushed me to do my best in everything I do and have kept me out of trouble, so thank you, Mom and Dad. I'll be honest, writing this speech has been the hardest assignment I've completed. I wanted to speak personally to each one of you graduates, but I know that talking more than 3 minutes probably isn't recommended. So I'm going to tell you a quote that may inspire you. The quote goes like this: Don't give up. I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small. Dr. Seuss is my favorite poet, and I believe in this quote. No matter how small you have felt at one point in your life, or how much you have gone through to get to this day, May 24th, you made it, and you should be proud. People have believed in you and supported you along the way, so thank them the next chance you get. A teacher that has shown our class support includes Mrs. Mary Medford. She has probably been the most helpful, caring math teacher that has ever walked the face of the earth. Math is my worst subject, and like many of you, I would much rather be taking a shop class than learning about derivatives. But Mrs. Medford made calculus bearable. I think anyone who has had her as a teacher can say that she puts up with a lot, yet comes back the next day ready to teach and support her students. Teachers like her are the ones that need to be recognized and the ones that we should strive to be like. I would also like to share my favorite Bible verse, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Today is a time to dance, a time to laugh, and a time to celebrate. Also, it's a time to go forward from this foundation and plant the seeds of our futures. Some of us may become auto mechanics, farmers, preachers, nurses, doctors, researchers, policemen, or teachers. My hope is that whatever you pursue in life brings you happiness and joy. We have made it to the end, and as we go along in life, we should make every effort to remember that there is a time for everything. And right now, class of 2013, it is our time to graduate. Good luck to you all, and thank you.
Class of 2013, I would like to personally congratulate you at this time as we gather here tonight to celebrate this significant accomplishment in your lives. As I stated in my words to you in the Mountaineer recently, I think you're standing on the springboard of your futures tonight. Regardless of the path you have traveled to reach this point, each of you now have some degree of positive momentum as you look to the future. In the past weeks, I've pondered how you might best use this momentum for your benefit for a better tomorrow. But be cautioned. While momentum can be extremely helpful, it is also easily lost. It reminds us that each day is important and matters as to how we choose to live each one of those days that we have. So I was led to revisit a book by John Maxwell entitled simply, Today Matters. I chose to share with you 3 basic points from Maxwell's book that I hope you'll find helpful. Number 1, don't over-exaggerate yesterday. While it is often good to look back on yesterday and be thankful on a night like this for what you've accomplished, there comes a time that you must move forward. Some never move past the glory days of high school or the disappointments of the past. Too much focus on what is in our rearview mirror will surely diminish the momentum you carry tonight. Secondly, don't overestimate tomorrow. Most of us here tonight probably think the days ahead will be better. And for new graduates, there's no reason why that shouldn't be the case. But don't expect it to just happen without a plan or a strategy to make it better. If tomorrow is to be something of value for you, then you need to invest in today in such a way that it will pave tomorrow's path. Thirdly, Never underestimate today. I think this is perhaps the hardest of the three, but maybe the most important. Life's routines will make this one a challenge. So in order to maintain that momentum, stay mindful of how important one day is. We all have 1,440 minutes in each day. And Maxwell believes there are two main ingredients necessary to make every day great. Those two ingredients are decisions and discipline. It's a two-sided coin that can never be separated. Good decisions without daily discipline is a plan that won't have a payoff. Daily discipline without good decisions is a regimentation with no reward. But good decisions with daily discipline is a blueprint for a better tomorrow and a brighter future for you. I believe if you can balance the two, then you're well on your way to not only keeping tonight's momentum, but building upon it as you go from here tonight. Class of 2013, my hope and prayer is that you will find this balance and make every day matter. I urge you to give of yourselves to others and to causes that leave this world and those of us in it better off because of your influence. Good luck, and thanks for the memories. Parents and family, we realize that without your positive influence on the lives of these seniors, they would not be graduating tonight. When your graduate's name is called, I'm asking for your families to please stand in silent recognition of each young person. Please refrain from excessive jubilation. I know you're happy. However, the next person in line, as well as their parents, has a right to hear their name called out. So thank you for honoring that. Junior marshals, will you please prepare the class of 2013 to receive their diplomas?
Jose Eduardo Aguirre Nunez. Cody Aaron Akins. Colby Sean Alexander. Mario Alvarado Rios. Alicia Danae Ammons. Noah Andrew Anzualdo. Russell Emery Arndt. Trevor Mackenzie Bailey. Mark Anthony Ball, Jr. Blaze Garland Barker. Genesis Sabrina Barrios. Taylor Nicole Beck. Travis Alexander Dennison Bilger. Jared Dalton Black. Justin Michael Blasey. Hunter Lee Bowman. Sarah Caitlin Brock. Kristen Destiny Brookshire. Hannah Marie Brookshire.
David Wilbur Brown, Jr. in absentia. Casey Lou Brown. Christian Naaman Bryant. Vanessa Haley Buchanan. Justin Gregory Buckner. Christian Alexandria Buckner. Andrew Michael Birchfield. Jesse Keaton Burnett. Courtney Brooke Burnett. Tristan Michael Caldwell. Brittany Morgan Carver. Felicia Teresa Marie Chauncey. Isaac Bo Clark. Hannah Marie Clayton. Christian Slade Kleiner.
Delaner Nicole Creason. Amanda Lynn Cronin. Skeeter Morgan Curtis. Elijah Hayden Damon. Felicia Martina Davis. Justin Wade Denton. Jesse Ray Dyes. John Anthony Dietz. Lucas Bruce Dillard. Corwin Faulkner Duncan. Austin Ray Irwin. Samantha Sierra Esquivel. Chelsea Maria Flores. Christina Yulin Franklin. Brooklyn Marie Gallion. Mackenzie Lee Gallion. Taylor Nicole Gallion. Jordan Nicole Gardner.
Callie Brianna Glantz. Dale Jarrett Goff. Benjamin Trey Goodlett. Orion Daniel Gordon. India Allison Gordy. Noah Matthew Graham. Jacob William Gray. Jared Michael Green. Ivy Jean Gresham. Cheyenne Orminthia Griffin. Brandy Kirsten Guffey. Jacob McCabe Gerner. Colby Russ Geyer. Kevin Michael James Hall. Sydney Edwin Hall.
Bethany Ann Haney. April Lynn Hardison. James Douglas Harverson, Jr. Christina Marie Harvey. Justin Michael Heflin. Morgan Nicole Hensley. Cody LeGrand Highsmith. Shelby Nicole Holcomb. Garrett Tyler Holland. Krista Lee Hollingshead. Hayden Luke Honorkamp. Ashlyn Brooke Hooper. James Edward Hopkins.
Peyton Audrey Howell. Gabrielle Yvonne Hudson. Logan Mercury Hughes. Frankie Elaine Inoni. Dylan Seth Engel. Emily Ann Engel. Mahala Dawn Irvin. Andrew Jacob Jackson. Tia Cheyenne Jackson. Ashley Luann James. Taylor Marie Jenkins. Jordan Christine Johnson. Lauren Kai Johnson.
Benjamin Spencer Jones. Brittany Lee Jones. Zachary Wayne Jones. Samantha Lee Justice. Cameron Jacob Cowman. Matthew Thomas Cowman. Tyler James Kilby. Dakota Allen King. Lindsay Nicole Kinsland. Amber Marie Narr. Aubrey Nicole Lance. Jessica Blake Lanning. Benjamin David Lawrence. Rebecca Lynn Ledford. Travis Dale Ledford. Mitchell Allen Lee. Nathaniel Lawrence Lee. Paula Christine Lee. Michael David Littlejohn in absentia. Rachel Leanne Lopez. Chadwick Tyler Lowe. Megan Elizabeth Lowe.
Jonathan Michael Mann. Melanie Marie Mann. Daniel James Marsh. Michael Jacob Martin. Harry Daniel Massey. Mitchell Keith Massey. Logan Michaela Matthews. James Tyler Mathis. Thomas Bird Mattingly. Jacob Cody McCracken. Mason Riley McCracken. Lucas Anthony McMullen. Carson Sean Montgomery Meese. Hunter Blake Meese. Christopher Ryan Medford. Kristen Nicole Messer. Tanner Logan Messer. Kara Lee Miller. Brian Allen Mills. Matthew Christian Maudlin. Christopher Jordan Moody. Dakota Calvin Moody. Corey Tyler Moore. Krista Lee Moore. Benjamin Charles Hubert Morris. Julie Beth Moss. Kristen Amber Nichols. Kendra Nicole Nicholson. Joshua Clay Noland. Catherine Elizabeth Norris. Kayla Danielle Olson. Logan Seth Pace.
John Cheston Palmer. Austin Owen Parm. Chandler Caroline Paris. Alexandria Celeste Paris. Kendrick Cheyenne Pilkington. Felicia Gabriel Price. Joshua Michael Putnam. Robert Edward Putnam. Hannah Elise Rabideau. Adrian Zane Ray. Logan Anthony Rayburn. Eric Uriel Reyno Serrano, in absentia.
Justin Nathaniel Reed. Colby James Riddle. Curtis Olin Rigdon. Courtney Michelle Roberts. Kaylee Eulayla Robinson. Marissa Fawn Rogers. Cody Michael Rose. Lauren Elizabeth Sanchez, in absentia. David Santos Hernandez. Chelsea Rebecca Scott. Dalton McKay Scott. Kyle Ronald Scott. Jonathan Ray Shelton. Lauren Elizabeth Shepard. Caitlin Marie Sherrill.
Anthony Blake Schrader. Levi Brian Singleton. Austin Blake Smiley. Chevy Lee Smith. Sarah Elizabeth Smith, in absentia. Taylor Jordan Smith. Kara Ray Sutherland. Samantha Bailey Spivey. Walker Gary Stamey. Christopher Dakota Stepp. Taylor Cheyenne Stewart. Cody Preston Steins. Wesley James Stone. James Ian Lyle Sutton.
Rachel Lee Swanson. Morgan Ashley Swartz. Kayla Diane Tatham. Adam Charles Taylor. Zachary Richard Taylor. Reno Quinton Thomas. Ashley Marie Thompson. Matthew Joseph Thornton. Michaela Nicole Tipton. Brittany Nicole Trantham. Brianna Michaela Trantham. Madison Dale Trantham. Taylor Brianna Troll. Braden Davis Valentine. Corey Scott Valentine. Alexander Vance. Ethan Jason Ward. Marshall Miller Warren in absentia.
Lindsay Marissa Wells. William Colton Wheeler. Rebecca Louise White. Peyton Alexandria Willis. Jonathan Derek Wines. Riker Joseph Wines. Colin Campbell Wood. Leah Nicole Wood. Timberly Amanda Wood. Tyler Matthew Wood. Daniel Day Woodall. Andrea Shira Woods in absentia. Jordan Scott Worley. Megan Victoria Wright. Kinsey Elise Young.
Will the class of 2013 please rise? You may move your tassels from right to left. And by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Haywood County Board of Education, I now officially declare you graduates of Pisgah High School. Would everyone please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2013.